But we have been felting this one for a while, so we're gonna take a little peek and just see how things are looking. It is looking like we're starting to get a piece of felt instead of just those wool pieces. So you can see how well this is sticking together. I'm probably gonna felt this for a little bit longer. You can also do like a little pinch test and see how well it's sticking. And if it feels like it's trying to pull away, like mine was, then you wanna continue doing this. So we're just gonna continue with that friction and that pressure, and that's what is gonna make this turn into felt, okay? So we wanna make sure that we're getting all those fibers nice and squished together, and that's what's gonna make this turn into felt. If you're using a rolling pin, then all you're gonna have to do is just roll back and forth over your wool, and it's gonna do the same thing that my tool is doing on here. Basically, you just want to put the pressure on, and you want to make sure that those fibers are rubbing together so that they are meshing together and becoming felt. You're going to continue doing this for about 5 to 6 minutes, and then you can do the pinch test like I was talking about in the first segment on this, and see how well it's sticking together to see if it's ready to wash out and dry. Okay, so you can see my polka dots are still trying to pick up on there. So I want to make sure that one's starting to felt on there. That one is still trying to pick up. This one's starting to felt. So when they don't want to come off anymore, when you just gently kind of pick at them, then you know that it's ready and it's felted, okay? So we're going to continue felting. Just keep doing this process over and over again until everything is meshed together and everything has felted. Okay, so mine are pretty much to the point where they're gonna be okay. I did rub a hole in there because I did go back with my fingers just to make sure that it was getting, you know, attached to the fibers and all. Right in here is another spot that probably could use a little bit more felting, but I may just go with it. So when you get to this point, our next step is to rinse this out. And so I'm just gonna take this to my sink and let it get all the soap out of it, and then kind of wring it out. And then we'll come back. Actually, I may have to come back and do a little bit more felting right there. Okay, so once you've got everything down and it's all meshed together, then you can come back and you can go rinse it out. I'm gonna continue working on this little spot right here. It's just not to my liking. It's wanting to pop up right there, and I don't want that to happen. I want it to stick to the rest of the fibers. So I'm gonna work on that, and if you're done at this point, you can go ahead and rinse. Okay, so I have rinsed this out. I'm gonna move my bubble wrap off to the side, and I'm actually gonna see if I can find a drier spot on this towel. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna let this dry. It's gonna take about a day or so. It may not take quite that long for it to dry. And then when you're done, you can come back and cut off any edges that you want to, but you have a piece of felt that you've created. I just rinsed this out, wrung it out, and then it came back to its shape as it is. So we want to let this dry completely before we do anything else with it. And on our next live, on our check-in on the 19th, I will, on the Facebook group, I will show you some different ideas on what to do with this. Just so that you can have it not just be a piece like this. You could easily frame this. This would be really cute in a kid's room. Or you could do some other things with it. So I will show you those on our Facebook Live on the 19th. So I hope that you had fun learning this new skill, and I can't wait to see what you create.